Well, hello, everybody. Welcome once again to another episode of the Scarlet Derby streams. I am the Scarlet Derby, and tonight we are going to be playing the Super Mario Brothers 2 6 Golden Coins. I more than likely was going to play Pokemon tonight, but I just kind of wanted to take a slight break from that. And the other bit of good news is that I actually worked on my rig a little bit, so you can see me emote now. You know, it really takes a person of my brilliance in order to work on my rig so effectively and so thoroughly. Of course, I was only bringing up some of the parts of my rig that were working perfectly before I decided to reboot the stream. But, you know, it's not too bad. I mean, I don't think it looks too bad. Anyways, I'm not going to be too happy on anybody if they believe that it looks too bad. And, well, let's just say I more than likely wouldn't care either. Alright, so, anyway, I'm only kidding. So, tonight we're going to play Super Mario Land 2. Nagisa Ayanami in chat has said that, you know, they played this when I was a kid. And so, yeah, I used to play this when I was a kid as well. And, yeah, I used to really like the bunny outfit as well. So, you know, I'm hoping that I will be able to get this through in one shot. And then, you know, more than likely we will get back to Pokemon. We will get back to Pokemon. I promise that we will get back to Pokemon. As I really hope to have that finished before the new game comes out. But anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in. Once again, this stream is brought to you by Ray's Energy Drink, the great tasting sugar-free energy drink in a variety of great flavors. Use the code DERBYSENTME at checkout for 15% off your online order. So I believe that the covers are unfinished business. Let me just go ahead and get started with our with tonight's playthrough. All right. We lower that and let me actually bring in the game audio. Well, I mean, there currently isn't any game audio because it's in the track mode, but... Alright. Not more than a few minutes in this stream and everything is already coming off of the rails. Alright. I think it's under control now. Alright. Have to figure out which one of the many cords in front of me actually leads to my video game controller. Alright. Turn that music off. Alright, I'm all ready now. I apologize for the delay. Let's go ahead and let's start playing. Alright. There's that little tinny quiet noise that usually comes out of the Game Boy speaker. There it is. It's, you know, the music on the Game Boy is so quiet that uh-oh. Yeah, for half a second, you know, my feed just experienced a momentary delay. Okay, I think I have it now. See, it's just such a small, it's just a small sound that is barely registering on my background right now. So, but I'm certain that it's playing. I'm certain that it's playing for you too. So let's go ahead and let's get started.
Now connected to desktop
that is still plugged in. Let me unplug that. All sorts of technical difficulties. Alright. And we're off to the races. So, you know, this is kind of an interesting game. Mario, you know, controls in a slightly different way than he does in the Nintendo games. And that is really just largely due to the fact that, you know, back in the day they used to believe that, you know, Mario really couldn't control the same way on the much smaller format. So we're on a mission to rescue Mario Land, which is clearly a type of Mario-themed park from our evil doppelganger Wario. And this is the first game that he's ever been in. We're not going to see him except as the final boss. But you can definitely anticipate Wario being in this game. Alright. And so people have a lot of differences of opinion with one of these games. Some people think that, you know, like the Kirby games, it's a little too easy. It has a little bit of under the table difficulty that you can infer from it, but yeah, for the most part, you know, it was really just something to keep kids occupied on their trip to the Grand Canyon. And probably during and after their trip to the Grand Canyon. Alright. Still some coins to grab here. First level is easy, very quickly lends itself to getting your first 100 coins for an extra life. They also don't do a scoring system in this game. They do keep track of the amount of enemies that you kill and the amount of coins you collect, but other than that, there's no score. Just trying to make whatever changes that they possibly could in order to keep all of this interesting. Whoops. Well, I didn't win anything in the claw machine. We're off to a great start. So we've got to go to the 6 parts of Mario's theme park, and we have to get the 6 golden coins from the boss. Yeah, this is a Game Boy game. So I'm playing this using yet another one of my what's the best way to put it? Third-party consoles. This one is the Hyperkin Retron Square. And so, you know, interestingly, despite the fact that it is a console, it does use emulation software, and on occasion you would actually have to update the firmware by taking out a small micro SD card in the back and using your PC to update the firmware and then put the card back in. That's a mouthful. Well, yeah, it's an explanation. It's an explanation of what I'm playing this on. And so this is really not the best solution when it comes to playing Game Boy cartridges, but it's probably one of the only ones available. Another alternative would be the currently released third-party handheld. I'm blanking on the name of it at the moment. But unfortunately, there's a wait list for that one that's 1,000 miles long, and chip shortages and COVID and everything I could potentially complain about. Yeah, the name of the console, the Hyperkin Retron Square. So this emulation isn't perfect. I can tell you right away, I didn't pick this color palette. This color palette was just chosen automatically for me. And they decided to, and they've picked out some funny ones for different kinds of games. I think it's pre-programmed. You don't have the ability to choose your own color palette in the same way that you used to with the original Game Boy Color, because in order for this device to exist, they have to skip the Nintendo loading page. They have to do that for copyright reasons. So the ability to swap your color palette was built into the title page, and since we bypass the title page when using this device, then we don't get the opportunity to pick our own color palette. This device also plays Game Boy and Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, but the issue is that Game Boy Advance kind of had a weird development situation in which people mostly imported their own code into their individualized game cartridges and then just released them on the Game Boy Advance. So there are quite a few Game Boy Advance cartridges that don't work with the emulation yet. But like I said, this is updatable, and so that might change at some point in the future. So I do have turbo buttons that would help me through this section, but it feels a little awkward holding a turbo button for jump instead of just holding it for your fireballs like you ordinarily do. Okay. Here is our first rabbit suit. Oh wow. If I use a turbo button for leaping, I don't even believe I'm even going to drop even the tiniest bit. It's just like moving Mario horizontally and grabbing all the coins. So ordinarily the effect is a bit more like well, like that. And I might just go ahead and keep hitting the button so that actually looks like I'm doing something. It definitely looks strange when I'm doing this. There's a little bit of exploitative control work at play there. Nobody ever anticipated there being a Game Boy with turbo buttons, so... So I think you can only grab this one if you still have the bunny ears. Alright. So what are we grabbing next? I'm having a little bit of a mic sensitivity issue right now. It's I have no idea what that is. It's just arbitrarily, some days there's more mic feedback in the room that I use to stream, and other times there is less. It is a hard to describe situation. See, I kind of wish I didn't get the fire flower in the bonus room, because this level is going to be a little bit harder without the bunny ears. Alright. There's a little bit of slowdown there. Oh, darn it. So I think in this game, unlike in some regular Mario games, there are no warp pipes that lead to different areas. I think you always remain in the same area even if you do go down in a pipe. So if you just see pipes suspended in the area, you're not going to be able to go in them. Wait. I did potentially fear dropping from that section there. It's pretty easy to say that I might be an expert at this game merely because I once played it on a crappy black and white LCD screen, but well, I'll have to say if these old reflexes are still up to the challenge. Alright. I almost got hit by that fireball. I would have dropped straight down if that happened. Pesky little piranha plant trying to snatch me out of the air. You gotta hang rugs over your wall to absorb the reverb. But, well, you know, I wanted to soundproof this room, but my family wouldn't let me, unfortunately. I was worried about all of those big, you know, foam rubber muting devices are going to gather a lot of dust. Would you ever stream James Bond Jr. for NES or SNES? If I ever found a copy of it, I would probably stream it. And so that would be the only thing that's keeping me from doing that, is that I have not seen the copy anywhere in the wild. I would have to see how... I would have to see, you know, whether or not, you know, it seems to be a good enough investment on eBay. You know, so these are all the things I usually consider when I'm collecting games. Alright. Sonar AF says, good day, eh? Well, it's a pretty good day. I'm just taking it easy. Playing one of my favorite old Game Boy games. That is a slow-moving Goomba. Alright. I'm standing on the head of it now. Well... Okay, I definitely need that. I need that to get through the rest of this stage. See, once again, this is a pipe that's vertical, but it is still part of the same level, so I can go through it. Up. Well, that was the extent of my coin grab right about there. Cheapest NES cartridge on eBay with no level is $40. Cheapest NES cartridge on eBay is $8 for James Bond Jr. Okay, well, I'll look in it. I'll see what we can do. Well, I can already imagine if it's at that price, it couldn't have been a very popular game. I remember watching the cartoon show just, you know, pop up every once in a while on basic cable or something like that. Well, shipping is extra. Shipping is almost always extra. And so people these days, they don't realize how hard it used to have when we were routinely ordering from mail order sites, you know. People who independently sell their stuff still have to charge shipping. Whereas we just got these great big online big box stores like Amazon that will, you know, waive the shipping, waive anything possible in order to make their customers more comfortable. They don't necessarily make the people who are working for them more comfortable. But that's the thing is that I've heard horror stories online about people who uh, stream people who run their own businesses on Etsy, and they have customers who complain that they don't ship as fast as Amazon does. Well, you really can't expect them to. So I used to be, into anime on VHS tape. And so every once in a while, I saved up my allowance and I bought, a copy of Ranma 1/2 on a VHS tape for. It cost me about $40 plus maybe about up to $15 shipping, and it would come in 6 weeks. And this was in probably the late 90s. All of this has gotten so much easier. Probably just the other day, I just grabbed a whole bunch of Ranma on DVD, and it probably cost me maybe about $35. And so a lot of people, they ask themselves out loud, well, why was the VHS market so much more expensive? Because VHS tapes were more expensive to manufacture. DVDs were so cheap. Every once in a while you would find one or two on every once in a while, you would just find a movie like The Great Muppet Caper inside of a box of cereal. And so we were already experiencing that kind of phenomenon with, CDs and things like that. Everybody talks about Chess Quest. Was just a tiny little original Doom mod that came in boxes of Czech cereal. And it was completely and totally paid for by AOL, who also put a free trial for their online subscription service on the discs. It's clearly a time when media became more compartmentalized. Okay, come on, Mr. Hippo, blow another snot bubble. I need another snot bubble, Mr. Hippo. Mr. Hippo, don't be playing this game with me. A freak who smells like garlic and has enormous biceps has stolen my castle, and I don't have time to mess around with snot bubbles. Well, so much for that. The Great Muppet Caper was quite awesome. I have some drinking glasses from McDonald's with a Happiness Hotel bus on it and all the Muppets. I used to be a big fan of the Muppets. I used to have a lot of the merchandise. I gave most of it away shortly before I moved from my hometown. Alright. Hey, Jason. You don't usually see iconography like that in Nintendo games. You usually see them in maybe a game like from Konami or something like that. Oh, some good old-fashioned booze. Yeah, am I still standing on a block even if it turns invisible? Let's see. Oh, there's little Dracula. Looks exactly like little Dracula. It's a few good old-fashioned yokai. Kid Dracula? I meant to say Kid Dracula. That Konami character that was a slightly more family-friendly spin-off of Castlevania. And so many Japanese monsters are just like umbrellas with faces and paper lanterns with faces. Totally not an annoying place to put some booze. Alright. Game Night 00 says, "Hey Derby, you're rocking one of the classics." I sure am. See, I'm hoping to get this done by the end of the evening. It is a relatively short game. Kid Dracula on NES is pricey on eBay, but the Famicom version is less expensive. And you can get that with an adapter. I can do you one better, is that I do have the Japanese version of Kid Dracula on one of my Castlevania compilations. So I do have the ability to play that one. You call this music. Bum ba da 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 dum. Bum ba da 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 dum. I don't know. So yeah, that Goomba Ghost is completely and totally invincible. It's strange to make a Goomba enemy completely invincible, but here we are. So this game was modeled a lot after Super Mario World, and you know the designers had made the choice to do that after the original Super Mario Land was kind of far and away from the usual Mario formula. So this would just kind of be their interpretation of the ghost castles that were all over Super Mario World. Okay. Anything down here? It's one of these. I guess I shouldn't have fallen down here. Otherwise, I would have had a shot at some of those goodies up top. There's a surprising amount of this game that you can skip just by hovering with the bunny ears. That's usually something that Nintendo try to avoid with a Flying Mario, but... I didn't find the true exit. Now I'm being forced to play this extra level against my will. Oh no. Well, I flew a little close to the sun with that one. I guess it won't let me play that level again unless I find the exit again. Alright. That was another thing that all of the Ghost House levels were from Super Mario 64 were known for, is hiding the actual exit. Okay, this is a true exit. I mean, you can tell because it has the bonus spell on top of it. Alright. No such luck. I'm sorry, we cannot serve you tonight. Bum, 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 bum. What is that? That's just a flopping alligator tail. Maybe it's supposed to be a leech or something. With all the other yokai iconography, you know, I just gotta open up the cryptozoology book and look that one up. I don't know if I can touch it. I probably can't. Ah, darn it. Well, easy come, easy go. I'm up to 16 lives at this point. We are. Bouncing broom. Oop, I jumped a little too high on the shelves. I missed most of the coins that were there. Drat. Now I can't get out. It's been a while. I've forgotten exactly how these bosses play. Okay, that takes care of that. Now we're up to, yeah, two stages down, 4 to go. Alright. Where am I headed to next? So to further confuse the issue of everything, here's a giant Clockwork Mario. In case you forgot whose game this was. Alright. Don't put a saw upon my head. That would not be a very nice thing to do. Okay, I wasn't able to make that jump. Okay, I can kill the bouncing screws with fireballs. That's good to know. If they really wanted to get the people who were greedy for the coins, I would much rather have the bonus rooms. Alright. Well, now I don't have the bunny ears anymore. Shoot this Goomba, shoot that Goomba, shoot the other Goomba. I'm pretty sure this just leads to the one up in the pipe that was in that came before me. Right there. Ah, look at the cute little teddy bear. The cute little teddy bear is in my way, so he had to die. Nothing gets in the way of Mario and his top shelf real estate. Alright. Oh, they were bound to make me choose. I don't care which platform you go up, you have to go up one of them. Okay, that did absolutely nothing. Boy. Let's see. I'm gonna play this level on top of Mario's tongue. Bum. Bum. Oh. I barely made it onto that ledge and then my headphones fell off, so I just had to readjust that really quick. I know there was a way up there was a hidden block, and I risked everything to get it. There's no way to get that Tin Man off of the field. Oh boy. Here's one of the fun parts of the game. Ah, jeez, Will. Ah, it's got me by the ear. It's got me by the ear. It's carrying me across. By my ear. Oh my god. And then it dropped me in the spikes because I was too busy doing that bit to pay attention to what I was doing in the game. Oh, gee. Well, this isn't so bad. They're just pulling me up from the back of my coat. Like I'm a Shar-Pei or something. Boy, that's a lot of cans. Alright. Skip that Goomba. Shoot that Goomba. Are you invincible? I would assume because you're a black piggy that you're probably made of solid iron or something and you are immune to my fireballs. Just like those saw blades were. Alright. So we're fighting the three pigs. Okay, that takes care of sticks. Straw, this is sticks. Relatively easy. And there goes bricks. He hit the bricks. Alright. We're not even in the first hour. The game is half done. Alright. Now we are in the turtle zone. The would-be underwater stage of this game. So I've always liked the fish designs in Mario games. I would like to put them all together into an underwater aquarium. But I can't. Because they are made up. They are fictional fish. They are works of fish skin. I wrote that joke once. That was probably one of the rare opportunities I actually get to use it. Ooh, 3 up. That's useful. I'm in a sub. I think they're suggesting that the whale is a sub, but I don't know. Oh, come on. Yeah. I kind of suspected that this room wouldn't just have a single coin in it. Alright. See, there's probably something good behind that wall, but I don't want to have to fight the knives to get to it. Water stages are hard enough as it is. Oh, that was a close one. I almost got a haircut. Another crane game, another carrot. Now we're in the whale. We're still having fun with the thematic Goombas here. There. Up. So now it's suddenly become important for me to hit these blocks. Alright. Got through that. Okay, now what might be plaguing Jabu Jabu's belly here? Boy, that didn't take any effort at all. That was literally right out of the bag, right into my fireballs. Alright. So this is effectively what you end up spending your coins on. And so I'm really just close to having $9.99, so I'm going to wait, save up, and then I'm going to get that last pipe. It's more than a 1-up, it is probably several 1-ups. Oops. Here I am at my castle. I'm not able to get in yet. But you can also see Wario just dancing about at the top. Let's see. Did the tree zone. Did the hippo house. Now we're in the macro zone. Mario bin shrunk. Honey, I shrunk the Mario. Oops. Well, I got way ahead on that one. Wait. I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that because I have played this game before. Alright. There's lots of places to stop and look at, but you're mostly just going to want to go all the way to the right. Alright. Where to next, Mac? Where to next, macro? So to all the people who said that piranha plants are never in flower pots, just take a look at this over here. Okay, now I'm at 999 coins. Any coins that I get from this point forward are going to be completely meaningless. I had a feeling that if I just kept floating in that direction, eventually I'd run into the bonus bell again. Okay, macro zone stage 3. These Goombas are not... don't have me trapped in the house. These Goombas are trapped in the house with me. Alright. So I'm pretty sure this is pretty much just here to get that carrot. Alright. There's a Paragoomba up over there just looming menacingly over this jump I'm trying to do. Alright. Okay. 3 up. Yeah, I need extra lives more than anything. Alright, time to face the 4th level and the final boss. Hey, that little goblin guy is stealing my 1-up. And I apparently can't hurt him with fireballs. Okay, probably not a good idea to go that way. Alright. Okay, this place has got a major rat problem. Oh, there goes my fireballs. But after hitting him with all the fireballs, I just had to hit him one more time. Okay, well, one stage to go. That is how the game is played. Ladies and gentlemen and others. I gotta figure out how I'm supposed to get to the last stage, and I should also spend all of my coins on this one bonus room. Alright. Oh, 20 extra lives. Hooray. Like I said, I need extra lives more than anything, so. Alright. I forget exactly how I'm supposed to get into the space zone. I think it might be that area. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to play this level again. And if I don't do it, then I've played the level again and I've completely wasted my time and yours. So I have probably only lost 2 lives throughout this entire playthrough. I currently have 43 lives. That's a lot. So the last time I played through this level, I did go through the lower exit. And so the only way to get to the next zone is to actually hit the bell and then go to the exit above it. Another extra life you shouldn't have. See, now I'm in the final area. So I just got 2 of those levels where I still have just the free-floating ability that I had in the hippo bubble level. Alright. Let's get a little bit that way. Oh gee, I'm Small Mario. I haven't been able to figure out whether or not I've had a power-up or not while also floating about in this spacesuit. It's also interesting to note that Mario needs a spacesuit here. He didn't in Odyssey. This was so far before everything, before Galaxy. But, you know, it's hard not to retread ideas when you're the single most popular and well-known video game franchise of all time. It's a good thing that didn't kill me. I haven't found anything in the way of power-ups. Another mushroom would be nice right about now. So this is so free-floating and it has so many hazards, it actually reminds me of the bonus stage in Balloon Fight. So supposedly, you know, there's a really great sequel to Balloon Fight on the Game Boy. Now that is a cartridge that is absolutely worth looking in for. Even if I find a Japanese version of it, I can still play it on a Game Boy system or an emulation player like this. The the console that I'm playing this cartridge on. Yeah, finally got something. Let's see how long it actually lasts. I'm auto scrolling and free falling here. And that was only half of the stage, folks. They're really hoping to nail you in the challenge with the last couple of legs of this. And so this boss is actually Tatanga, the boss from the original Super Mario Land. They just gave him this lovely little cameo. In addition to that, he's probably one of the hardest bosses in this game. I mean, it had to have been difficult because I lost to him. And I'm the greatest video gamer of all time. My uncle works for Nintendo. Alright. So this is a lot harder to do when you only have one hit. Suddenly there's just a lot more at stake. So suddenly this becomes a real problem because you're free floating in the stage, and instead of jumping, you're very slowly sailing up, and that's what you need to do in order to hit the tank on the head. There you go. That takes care of you. And never was he ever seen again in a Mario game. We are much more tightly controlling the continuity here. Alright, well, we have all 6 golden coins. We can now take it directly to Wario. Alright. Look at that tomb door open. Alright. That door is no longer an obstacle. So Wario gone and put all these nasty traps in my castle. Whoop. Well, that wasn't the way to do that. Shoop, shoop. Okay. Okay, I like to pretend that that went well. Alright. Suddenly the challenge level in this game went way, way up. Okay, that part of the run went a lot more smoothly than the one that came before it. Alright. Still got hit by that spike ball though. I also have the sneaking suspicion there aren't going to be any checkpoints. I remember this section. I really wasn't happy about this when I was a kid. Alright. Whoop. Ah, darn it. I just completely and totally lost control of my facilities in that last second. Now I gotta do all the hard parts over again. Alright. So I probably didn't get hit by that one spike ball, but I got hit by every other spike ball on the way over here. Alright. Okay, this wasn't the platform I fell off of. That gives me a little bit of self-assurance. Is that one gives me the heebie-jeebies simply because you have to time yourself there. Well, this is our first indication of what Wario looks like. Okay, so the next time I do this run, I have to remember to avoid touching the floor. Alright. I survived that. take that over this one this way. Alright. Always a harrowing jump. Okay, so this time just avoid the pressure on sensors on the ground in between. Up. Well, almost. Okay, those are gonna fall apart. I thought they were gonna take me across like the Skull Rasp in Super Mario World. That was a bit too optimistic of me. Phew. Alright. So those things are gonna fall. I should have waited for them to start falling. Alright. Ooh, that one rose up. That's a nasty trick. See a few would-be thwomps. Alright. See, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Am I supposed to hop on this? Yep. It's your DVD's screensaver in Wario form. Oh no. Jeez, oh that is unfortunate. Oh boy. Okay, taking it again from the top. Phew. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Da 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 da. Bam ba da bam ba da bam ba da bam. Alright. The rest of the game was easy. This is probably the most challenging part of the whole thing. Alright. Darn it. Alright. Okay, thank goodness. Cleared this room. It's a little harder not to do this as Small Mario. I lose the smallest bit of control over my hands every time I do that. Alright. Almost. Alright. Phew. That's edgy. Alright. So I'm hoping now that I'm here with fireballs, those Wario bubble enemies will go down a little bit easier. Alright. That is unless they're immune to fireballs, which is also a possibility. Yeah, I think they are. Alright. Ooh, they're a lot faster moving in this section. Oh, great. Let's see. Well, I have just a mushroom to fight Wario with. Let's see how well this goes. Oh no. Well, that's it. That's it for the playthrough. It's hard enough to get there, then I have to go back and I have to play the whole level again. Alright. Alright. Not too concerned about that because I know what's up ahead. Alright. I don't know. forgot my own rule. Ah, darn it. Ah, that went so badly. Okay, well. Alright. I jumped a little bit too short that time. Hang on, I'm gonna need a moment here. So in the meantime, I think I might have figured out, why my microphone has been acting up all night. I think I might have it selected to the wrong microphone and character animator. Let me move away from this. I know that lightning's gonna flash, and that's not great for, some of the people in the audience. Alright. Let's say preferences, microphone, USB audio codec. No. Actually, that was great. That was how I wrote it. Alright. So. People say, do you want the boost or do you want a boost? For some arbitrary reason, my microphone decided to be more sensitive today than it has been in some previous playthroughs. I don't know exactly what I should be doing with that. Alright. Let's go back to it. So I think at the highest I had maybe about 42 lives. I have 32 now. Alright. Okay. I got hit by the spike ball. I just need to power through and then get to the next room. I already know there's a mushroom waiting for me. Alright. Okay. Alright. Ouch. I was able to run through that first one. Let's try not to make that mistake twice over. There we go. Alright. Phew. Alright. Just make it through that. So I'm just searching in these places in between where the traps are because there might be a hidden block or something like that that might help me in the next room. And no such luck. Alright. Huh. That never happened before. Alright. Oh, darn it. I lost that right away. There we go. So he's set to run into the next room. They've given me a carrot hood. Because he's going to give himself an evil carrot hood. So, it's always great when video games give you a final boss that just kind of has a... that's just very similar to the main character's moveset. I guess that's what Wario was intended to be at first. Alright. Takes care of you. Alright. So I think we're in the third battle right now. They only left a mushroom out there for me. Doesn't make any difference. Alright, now he's gonna become Fire Wario. Alright, 2 hits. 3 hits. Okay, that's all it takes. And then he shrinks down to Tiny Wario, who is just this itty-bitty bald man. Gee, Mario, I was only playing. Alright. Well, we finally get to take down his hideous decor and put our Mario flag back on again. Not a bad looking castle. I know the color palette is completely accidental, but that was a good touch. Phew! I almost thought I wasn't going to make it. Honestly, it's really just because of how hard the castle stage is. Everything else just seems completely and totally trivial, but that castle stage is a real... you're really duking it out with the mechanics. Alrighty, everybody. So I think we're finishing a whole hour early tonight, but you know that's perfectly fine because you know I'm feeling a little bit overtired. You know I could stand to go to bed a little bit earlier tonight. Hollowflower says thanks. Oh well, thank you very much for staying tuned in. Is that I appreciate you a whole lot for continuing to patronize this stream. Thank you. Who else was here today? Thank you to Nagisa Ayanami. Thank you to Game Night 00. Thank you. Well, there's a name of. Well, okay. Well, that's not important. Anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in once again to my stream. Once again, I remain the Scarlet Derby. I'm the superhero of yesterday and star of multiple comic books and light novels. You can find anything that I am responsible for on my website, which is thescarletderby.com. I also have a Twitter page. Be sure to be following my Twitter. It is through my Twitter that I post any information about any bonus streams that I usually do during the week. But normally I am here on Friday and Saturday nights beginning at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on twitch.tv/The Scarlet Derby. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So this has been a good stream, is that I am more than likely going to be here either Tuesday or Thursday night, and I'm hoping to complete my playthrough of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. We're getting really close. It's just a matter of me leveling up my Pokemon enough in order to beat the final champion. And then we'll move directly from that into Pokemon Legends Arceus when it releases. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Stay tuned on Twitch if you for a raid. But other than that, I will see you. I will see you next time. Ta-ta. Until then.